We're on the road. Can't see Cassie. It gets dark very early here now. So I guess I'm going to start with Pastor Bob talk first. Keywords, Pastor Bob, Elvis Presley. Sorry. So one question that nobody seems to be able to answer for the skeptics of Pastor Bob and Elvis is, why is he selected to work with George Magazine by 𝐸𝐲𝐻? Why did he go to Mar-a-Lago and no doubt meet with Trump? Why? That is a few of the questions that the skeptics can't answer. And there's plenty more, but I just wanted to start with that one. So I don't usually listen. Now let's change topic. I usually don't listen to, how shall I say, the news sources that are on the TV, any of them. And I haven't for a long time, because even when they try to act like they're unbiased, it's just pathetic. And it just shows how they really don't care about the people whatsoever. And listening to some of the questions they ask and all this kind of stuff just would drive me crazy, like a lot of you. So, but I was catching some of it tonight as I was just scrolling through some videos. And I mean, I kind of forgot how much crap our future and again returning president has taken just these last 4 years, plus the 4 years before that. And people try to give him a hard time for like being this hard-nosed guy or something. But I mean, do you listen to these people and how they talk to him and like the questions they ask them? And, you know, forget about him being hard-nosed. What about them? It's been, wow. I mean, it just makes me so angry to even listen to any of those people, which is why I stopped many years ago, probably about 2018 or even 2017. I pretty much shut off the TV for good, except when I want to watch a movie. Hi, Irma. Yep, Cassie's here. It's dark, but you will occasionally see us. So this is kind of like a, what do you call it? Audio file. That's what I want to call it. But that's okay. As long as you can hear me. Can you hear me okay? The headset mic is in action on this bike. So anyway, like I was saying, and so I don't know, I can say Trump, right? I can say Trump. I mean, I'm hashtagging it on these videos, so why can't I say it? But always being safe, better safe than sorry. So anyway, Trump has taken so much over the last 8 years. And I mean, you could just pull up a video of some of the highlights of either him, you know, his best moments, whatever you want to call it, or I don't know. But so, like, just countless times, he's taken the heat from multiple people, sometimes at the same time, like two 2 against 1 or 3 against 1 or whatever. And I mean, I'm really inspired by how he handled it, because no doubt he had plenty of other words in mind to say, but they've tried to paint him as some, horrible guy who doesn't care about, I don't know, people's feelings or something. But all along, there's been nobody that could take and handle what he did so well, and really still remain professional, unless you're talking about somebody like, I don't know, a Charlie Kirk, or geez, there's more people I can't think of their name right now, but some of them can handle it really well, but they don't really, I don't know, fight fire with fire, shall I say. Like, they tend not to hit them back because they're trying to be so fair, like more than fair, which is one thing that bothers me about some of those really great people, and they're doing great things. I just used Charlie Kirk as one example because he popped into my head, but there's also Candace, and I'm drawing a blank on names tonight. Candace Owens. And so a lot of the people that I would kind of put in that category, like, they're doing an amazing job to shed light on things. But one thing that bothers me, like, I can't watch them that much either, is because it's like they're trying to be so fair, and really more fair than they should, because they want to keep the conversation open with that audience, which we know the audience that they're usually talking to. So it's one of those things that I get it, but I can't watch it because it's too annoying for me. But that's what I love about President Trump, is that he will push back, and it really doesn't matter how the other people take it. If it's true, it's true, and you're going to have to deal with it. And so obviously that's one thing that many of us love about him, and why he's been so different than ever before him, really. So on that note, amen, Irma. Glad you made it. Yeah, God is doing really amazing things in our country, and I believe it's going to affect the world in a great way too, what happens over the next year. But on that note, back to Trump. We've witnessed his patience, endurance, and a countless other number of great leadership qualities. And I mean, I am just one of many who's been saying this for years, but when the time comes and his return happens, I can almost guarantee you that he is going to come back with such a force. It's going to be unbelievable. So that is 2025, which is going to be here very soon. And he'll be back very soon. And no matter how this goes down, it is going to be epic. All of these people who thought that they had a one-up on him because they had a microphone and they were on some big news show or something, they're about to find out royally how huge they messed up. And honestly, I think most of those companies that we've known most of our lives are either going to go under completely from legal issues and other things, or just be forced to sell to somebody else, which will run the company in a completely different way. And I mean, I can predict and almost guarantee all that's going to happen just from what I think I know about President Trump. And I mean, his history speaks for itself as a businessman, and just he basically always wins the deal at the end. And this particular deal, which is for the whole world, really, is not only the biggest deal he's ever had to finish, but he's invested, obviously, more of his time and self and family than anything else. And after these 8 years, we still have no reason but to believe he's going to deliver on every single promise that he made. And yeah, that's inspiring to watch. I mean, we're really lucky and blessed to be here at this time to really, in some ways, we already know what's coming. We know it's coming. And President Trump has the weight of pretty much every security force behind him. I'll just simplify it by saying it that way. They're all behind him. And going this step further, I believe they have been behind him since 2015, when he himself said he was asked to run by generals. And there's others who have confirmed that. So it's been a plan for who knows how long, even before 2015. Lots of people believe since JFK was assassinated, that's really when it began, because we were just that infected. It was that deep, and it was going to take really a massive plan to get it back. And so that's what we're watching. And amen, Irma. Romans 12:19, Hebrews 10:30. So I really feel a relief of stress after the election, for sure. Even though I really wasn't worried about it, because just like I told you all, I already felt like no matter if he won or if he lost, quote unquote, that it was just a matter of everything playing out. But now that he's outright won it and Kamala conceded, which already takes certain legal options off the table for them to, I don't know, try to do anything the next few months. But now that all that's happened, I'm sure we're going to see some very poor moves made by all those same people, because they're on the losing end of the stick now. Just like I said yesterday or on the election, the tables turned. The moment he won, that's when the proverbial table was flipped. Just like Jesus flipped the table on the money changers. But in a way that was heard around the world. And yeah, and they know it. And you can see the fear. Some of these people, if you've watched any of them the last 24 hours or more, they're afraid. They should be. But it's just because of what, for lack of better ways to put it, karma is coming back to get them because of what they've done for so many years. So it's nothing. It's not going to be anything but what they've sown and are about to reap. And it's really amazing what we're witnessing. And so, sorry, it's really dark. So, yeah, I'm excited too, Irma. It is an amazing time to be alive. It really is. And so it doesn't matter what age you are. If you realize what's happening right now, not just in the US, the whole world, if you can connect enough dots to see, there's going to be so many movies made out of these last, 8 years. Going to be so many movies, so many books. It'll maybe even be in the school books, because we're going to fix a lot of what's been broken as far as teaching history goes. And it's going to be a huge, I don't know what you want to call it, moment in history. Really big. So on that note, hold on, going through weeds over here. So on that note, like I was saying, now that the election is over, and I feel like with his return being even more imminent now, I feel so good about everything, and you should too. If this is what you've waited for, then just be thankful and grateful and live your life. If you have goals to work on, whatever it is, big or small, hobby at home to career, entrepreneur, something, just do it. Just enjoy that you already know what's coming. And so there's no better time to prepare than now. If you believe like I do that lots of things are going to get better. And with that, I think there's going to be a whole lot of revival coming too. Hold on a minute, everybody. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I muted the mic in time before yelling at Cassie. She went far away. I didn't know if she lost me somehow, or I think she was going after a smell. But let's see. Let me catch up on a comment or two. What Satan meant for bad, our God is turning around for good in his glory. Amen. I want to bless more people in these last days. Oh, especially us. Thank you, Irma. Appreciate it. there are many people. Yeah, she's fine. She's right here. She doesn't normally do that, and I know all the safe places to let her off the leash, basically. But all right, we're back. So, okay, that was a side tangent, but like I was saying, if you believe what I believe, which is this is God's plan, and He's doing some amazing things for the next year, and revival is coming, we're going to have some kind of a period of prosperity. And that doesn't, I don't mean that just by financially, although I think it will be, but just in general, people coming to know God and being saved, and I don't know, families being reunited. When enough things get exposed and we have dark to light in an even greater way than it already has been in the last 4 years, it's going to change a lot of things. And some people are really going to get a shock. Some may not even survive it. And that's just the sheer fact of it. But yeah, a lot is going to change. So on that note, come on, Cassie. Come on. It is time for you all to do your thing, because the reason why I started my channels more than anything wasn't just about music. It was about inspiring everybody to be their best and to basically change the world however you can. So you just focus on what you can do in your own circle, in your own life. And if you trust God, then He will help you do it, just like He has for me. So that is pretty much my main message for tonight. Trying not to end on a serious note so much. Lots of serious topics. One thing I like about the Pastor Bob and Elvis topic is that it's like impossible for me to get too serious about it, because it's just fun and I don't really have any emotional attachment to it. I'm just fascinated by it more than anything. Elvis Police. Oh, thanks. Beautiful Shepherd. Yep, Cassie gets lots of compliments. Thank God so many people saw through the lies. Too big to rig. That's right. And it really was. I have no doubt that there was still cheating, and some states were even still allowing people to do the thing without any identification, I believe. So yeah, that equals cheating. But it was too big. There were far too many of us. By the way, I noticed something pretty cool on the map of the US, the blue and red. You know how it shows you which counties were red and blue in the whole US? There was one state that was entirely red. The state that gets the trophy? Oklahoma. So way to go, Oklahoma. You guys are awesome. So I don't know if they've got it running a tight ship over there, so they didn't have the cheating, or if it's just pure awesomeness all around. but that was cool to see. I think I posted that. Well, no, I didn't post it on YouTube, but I posted it on the T place. So yeah, if you guys want to get everything that I'm sharing info wise, then I need to check. It doesn't go in all the videos, but my default video description, which I hope is in this one, or I'll have to check when I get done, you will see my main news page on there, let's just say. And that's the best place to go if you want to see all the text posts that I share and see everything I'm seeing, because I'm going on there like 2-3 times a day at least, and sharing, like 5-10 posts or something from all the sources that I've been following. Oops, there we go. So that is an option for you. Of course, I don't share any of that on my YouTube channel, so you're gonna see a totally different side of what I share. And then, of course, on this channel is where I share music and Bob Joyce, Elvis Presley revival videos. I think are going to be something I share a lot more of, and because, like I said, I expect there's going to be more of them too. And geez, what else? Comedy. I'd like to find more comedy stuff to share, because we all need some more laughs too. Thanks, Irma. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Elvis Please says, beautiful 432 hertz music you make. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. And since you're Elvis Police, I don't know if you've seen it, but one of the very first videos on the Bob Joyce Elvis Presley playlist on this channel is Pastor Bob's new album. The whole thing, all 11 tracks, converted to 432 hertz. So, and I don't make a cent off that. It is going right to Pastor Bob, and it's had a lot of views too. So I'm glad about that. But yeah, if I had the time, or maybe I could hire somebody to do it, every single song that I ever post or video, I would convert to 432 hertz, but I just don't have the time for it. So I don't know, maybe Pastor Bob will come around and start using 432 hertz instead of 440. I hope he does. But musicians and bands like Pastor Bob who use 440, they really prove that frequency doesn't matter, really. When it comes to God can use it all for his glory. But I converted his album to 432, and I'm like, yeah, it just sounds more natural. 432 hertz compared to 440. 440 kind of has, I don't know, there's different ways I've described it, but I think of 440 as like, it sounds commercial. It sounds industrial for a sound. And 432 sounds natural, like, I don't know, just like unplugged or something. I don't know how to explain it. It just sounds more pure. And there's a lot of science to it as well. And I'm not really good at breaking down the science, but I've studied a lot on the subject. And then about 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I switched from 440 to 432 hertz, and all my original music for sure has been 432 ever since then. Hi, Sheila. Thanks for the loves. Where is a Cassie? Here's a Cassie. In the dark, though. Yeah, you can't see her. And I can't turn on my light when I'm streaming. So anyway, I want to make sure I get a live in for tonight. It is 6:40 here and totally dark. So laughter keeps us light. Yep. So I'll try to share more comedy stuff along with all the other videos. You're welcome, Irma. Elvis, please. Yeah, you need to hear Pastor Bob's new album, released August 14th, I want to say. It's somewhere around there. And there's something, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think it was released the date of Elvis' death. Was it August 14th, 1977? August 16th? So he could play with Elvis dates. Yeah, we'll have to check on that, you and me. But I remember hearing that his album release date was the same as Elvis anniversary date, and that's right around his death. So August 16th is the date Elvis retired from the spotlight. But I know he died around then. So yeah, we'll have to check on that. But it might have been the same date. But yeah, you will enjoy that album in 432 hertz. Okay, yes, the death date. So yeah, one more coincidence, right? And it's funny. So many coincidences. But if you didn't see it, I did a 54-second video earlier today. So it's a short video on my channel where I listed down as many reasons why people believe that Pastor Bob is Elvis in less than a minute. And so you guys might enjoy that. But I want to do some longer ones, but I just had that idea to do something quick because we all like short videos nowadays. The first time I saw the black flag on top of the White House 2 years ago, I moved here from Texas. It's a memorial. Oh, I think so too, Irma. Yeah, I think Joe has been long gone. Like probably 2018, 2019. The new guy just doesn't look like him. He doesn't even really act like him. And yeah, even adding in dementia into the puzzle, he's just not the same guy. And there's still a part of me that thinks it's Jim Carrey, even though I haven't looked into it since I saw a few videos like a year ago. But compare their eyes, compare Joe and Jim Carrey's eyes. They look the same. They really do. But lots of craziness, and that's a funny, interesting way to wrap it up. So there are lots of reasons with and stories. They use doubles for them to deceive people. Yeah, I think there's been tons of doubles, and I won't even go into that because something might not like that here, but I think so too. And yeah, there's some guy's channel that I can't remember his name right now, but that's mostly what his channel is about on TikTok, if that's his main channel. He just talks about how this person is a double, and or how this person looks like this other person, and it's pretty crazy. Even if a small portion of those are true, which I think they are, then it's pretty crazy. Jim Carrey, Fire Marshal Bill style. I don't think Jim would get involved. Well, I wouldn't have thought so either, but Jim Carrey is one of those few Hollywood guys who turned to God and I think it was like 2014 or something that he lost his girlfriend. I forget how she died. But I think that was kind of an epic moment in his life and a turnaround moment, just from the little digging I did on him. And he's straight up preaching on the street to groups of people, talking about God. And he really changed. He definitely changed, no matter what you think of him or how much he changed. So I see that. I factored that in also as a possibility that he could be somebody that is working for the good guys. And I haven't bothered to dig into it too much, like I said, other than maybe 5, 6, 7 different videos I saw a year ago. But when I compared the eyes to Joe, the new Joe, I was like, wow. But there was other things I can't even remember right now. So only for comedy, like he did for SNL. Jim is pretty deep and yeah, he's a very deep thinker for sure. And he did some movies besides comedy, but I think they all bombed. At least the ones I saw weren't maybe weren't very well written. I don't know, but a comedic genius in his prime, obviously. But he is a deep thinker, and like I said, he went through some really tough times that I think were part of why he changed. So it's just a theory. I don't know. I'm probably not going to be posting a whole lot of those videos anytime soon. But okay, everybody, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me, supporting as always. Sometimes, I'm thinking about the lives, like, why do I need to, talk more about Bob or Elvis or even what's happening, because I've said it so many times, but just one day at a time. We just keep pushing forward one day at a time. And so it's good to think about all these things and I guess remember how far we've come the last 8 years and keep the hope and faith that good things are coming, because they are. And as of November 5th, the tables have turned big time. So I'm going to end on that note. I hope you all take care. Have a good night. Good rest of the week. Is it Friday tomorrow? Losing track. It is Friday. So have a good weekend. If I don't see you sooner, enjoy the videos. I'll be posting more videos as always. If you follow this channel at all, you know that Bob stuff is a good distraction from more stressful things. And he's a pastor, so he does a lot of good with his sermons and entertaining. Yep. Yeah, he's great to follow for that reason. He keeps it pretty well balanced with the humor and the sermons and the music. Pastor Bob, he's the full package, as we all know. So you're welcome, Irma. Thank you too. I will see you all again soon. Take care.